Welcome everyone. Today is April 20 and I'm making this video about the visa bulletin which has just came out, and I said what will be the best way to do the video. Let me do my video today outside my house, and it's the last snow of the day. So I said okay, let me come here, enjoy and make this video, and we are talking about the visa bulletin which has just came out. For a couple of days, people were just wondering why the visa bulletin is not out yet. We are expecting most likely the visa bulletin to be out usually on the mid of the month, between 10th up to 15th, the visa bulletin to be out, and it was delayed. It came out just today. So what does that mean? I've received a lot of DMs, so I made one video today, but there was a mistake on the audio sound. On the audio part, the audio didn't come correctly, so I'm remaking the video. And the reason I'm making this video is because people were asking and trying to understand, because when you look on the month of June, they say the visa, especially for the DV lottery winners, it says current. So I want to give you the understanding how to read the visa bulletin and what exactly does it mean when they say the visa is current. Welcome everyone, this is Ernest Boniface Makulo EBM, and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. If today is your first time you have come to my YouTube channel, consider subscribing. You are in the right place where you can be able to get immigration information, you can be able to get education information, you can be able to get on the ways on how you can be able to write, self-publish your books and put it on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Lulu and other major companies, but also you can find different ways on how you can be able to succeed in your own personal life. Doesn't matter where you are. So even if you are not traveling or migrating to go to another country, you can follow certain things, inspiring, supporting one another to do whatever you are. So the visa bulletin of which came out on April gave the visas for, let's say the visa bulletin which came out on March gave the visa bulletin visas numbers for the cut-off for the April and for May. So basically the visa bulletin which is out in May, it will have the May and then June and forward. So each year when it reaches in the month of June, they say for the DV lottery winners, it says the visas are current. The visa bulletin, it says current. That is the biggest question. What does that mean? Because if you look on the month of May, the visa bulletin says the cut-off was around 34,000 or 35,000, around that number. So what does that mean? Are they going to end when it says 34,000 or 35,000? And the rest, what does that mean? So when they say current, just go to the normal dictionary, just go to the normal understanding of the word current. The current moment, current means now, at the right time. So in the visa bulletin language, in immigration language, when they say the visas are current, the visa bulletin, when they say it is current, it means there is no backlog, there is no waiting time to process that green card. In this particular context, there is no waiting time to wait for you to be going to get interview or to get the second letter notification where you can be asked when you are going to do the interview. What does that mean now? That will be the other question you might have yourself. What does that mean? It means any person above the 34,000, any person who has a DV case number, and the case number is above the month of May, above the month of May was above 35,000, that means all the numbers are current, all the numbers are now into processing, are now into the final part of being called for the interview, and that will be depending on how many people will be getting the visas. Let me say, like, in a normal time, apart from this time, apart from the DV 2021 situation, in a normal time is like this way. Visa bulletin, when it is out, when they say we are processing this number, that those people will be interviewed in that month. Then, if the visas are going to be reaching 55,000, then they stop. most likely they end up in 50, let's say in 55,000. So what happens is this way, people are going to get interviewed. So any person above 34,000, which was in May, going for June, July, and so forth, those people will be able to get the second letter notification. But majority of people haven't got even the notification about asking for the documents. So that's number one. So now you can wait and wait for the next steps. So everybody above the 34,000 is now current. It was current for May or for April. So for April, when they say this is the number, that means that number is current. When they say the rest of the numbers in June are current, so from above 34,000 and going forward, all the numbers are current. That is the meaning. But let's talk the current situation of being current, because in a normal DV time is different from now. In a normal DV time is like this way. People were supposed to be interviewed from October 1st, which is the new fiscal year, November, December, January, February, March, but people were not interviewed all this time. So if people were not interviewed all this time, it means there is a very big backlog. So in the month of April, for instance, when we say people are getting interviews, technically these people are the one who were supposed to be interviewed in October. So technically we are going back instead of going forward. That's number one. But secondly, we have the pandemic situation where in a normal way, the embassies are not equipped to interview in the same rate as they used to interview in a normal time. And I've been talking about the conditions or regulations of the Department of State that immigrant visas must be interviewed in person because, among other things, they have to do the fingerprint at the embassy. So if that is the case, people are questioning or they are asking the embassies to do the online visual kind of Skype, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, whatever, those kind of things, online interviews, and they will figure out on how they can be able to do the fingerprint. But if they'll be able to change that regulation, many people will be able to be interviewed. So at the current situation which we are in a very tough time. Will the embassy be able to interview all those people? Some of the embassies haven't interviewed any person at all. So if they haven't interviewed any person, that is a very big problem. Will they be able to do that in the month of May, June, July, August, and September? 5 months left. Or we have to wait for the court to force the embassies or to force the Department of State to continue interviewing the DV 2021 beyond the end of the fiscal year of September 30th. So all those are the possible things we are waiting at the moment. But if your number is current, let's say your number is 20,000, you are in Africa, or you are in Asia, maybe 5,000, or you are in Europe, you are 15,000, and you haven't received the email about documents, you have to wait. There is no any other way you can do. Because people are talking about, okay, so if they haven't asked you for the documents, send the documents anyway. Even if you send the documents anyway, it doesn't help anything, because this is the cabinet, or this is a drawer with all people who are supposed to be interviewed, to be asked for the documents. These are the people are not supposed to, they are waiting to be asked for the documents. If you send the documents, you are not in this group, they are not processing anything. So sending the documents without being asked doesn't help you to make your process or your case very fast. So you have to wait, you have no any other way. They are not skipping you. The point is, now it's very slow, they have to continue to do that. And another thing people are going to ask all the time is why the embassy in Nairobi doesn't interview people? Why the embassy in Ghana doesn't interview people? Why they don't call us? Embassy doesn't schedule for the interview. The interviews are scheduled by KCC based on the case number. So if, let's say in Kenya, the first person with the smallest case number is 4,000, that means will be ready to be interviewed, because the KCC, they are going to schedule the interview based on the case number regardless where the person is. They are not going to look like, okay, let's start doing the interview in Kenya, let's go to do interview in Ghana, let's now do the interview in Tanzania. No, they go to schedule the interview basing on the case number. The smallest case number going to the higher case number. That's how it is. So if it happens, people with the smaller case number, maybe there are people from Algeria and Sudan, those will be the first one to be interviewed. Then the rest will come later. So it is very tricky. And as I said in the video, if you haven't checked the video, I'll put the link. The fate of the DV Lottery, DV 2021, it's unknown. It is very frustrating. I was even chatting with one lady from Ghana. That lady, her case number is 2,000. Just 2,000 hasn't been given the schedule of the interview date. That is scary. So if someone with a 2,000 case number in Africa hasn't been given the interview date, what happens to people with a 25,000 or 40,000 case number? It's scary. But let's hope they will make those changes. Two changes. One, they'll have to do online, but secondly, it will be to allow the interviews to go beyond the September 30th. That will be the very good thing to do. Otherwise, the majority of people will not be able to be processed. I believe the government will be responsive to all those kind of things. So thank you so much, everyone. Remember to subscribe, and that is something I want to share about the visa bulletin, and especially the aspect of current. And don't worry and start rushing sending the documents while you are not asked to send the documents. Send the documents when you are told, send the documents. And if you haven't received the second notification letter, wait. When your time comes, they will send the letter to tell you when will be your interview. That's how it is. So even if you ask them, they will say, just wait, your case is in processing. But that's how it is.